Hello, everyone. Today, my topic is Thomas Edison, and I want to talk about some hidden history about him, maybe some dark histories. I will cover both. Well-known Thomas Edison. He's well known as a great inventor. He has thousands of inventions, and the most well-known invention is the light bulb. Even I'm a Chinese. I'm in China. I was grew up in China, but I still heard a lot of stories about Thomas Edison. What? However, Thomas Edison was not the great inventor like in people's impression. Instead of inventor, I want to call him a great merchant, a great merchant that is able to change the world. And he also had a current war with Tesla, and that is the biggest day of his career. He also bankrupt 3 times and 2 times in his old age. So I will focus on his old age as well. And for the first part, I want to talk about the identity of Thomas Edison. I want to quote some words from the message. Message is called A World of Darkness. What if Thomas Edison had to write grand purpose to invent the light bulb by Jeffrey Benners? This is what I find from Google Scholars. Jeffrey Benners mentioned, with over 1,000 patents, his team developed the phonograph, motion picture camera, long-lasting light bulb, fluoroscope, and carbon microphone, and deployed the system of distribution of electricity in parts of New York City. Entire industries were created or changed by his work. Under one roof, he assembled an enormous array of people, talent, and resources. So from these words, we can know that Thomas Edison is the one who had big company. And even though he left the company, he still have his own lab. So I think his real identity is to assemble talent, people, and resources to create new technologies and commercialize them. What's more, he set up General Electric Company, which is still one of the biggest electric companies of the world. Because he's a businessman, he kind of break up with Tesla. Tesla just want to make some inventions to maybe to change the world or just chase his own ambitions. He's kind of deep dig inside, but Thomas Edison is different. He also wants to make money to make his own rich. So I would say his real identity is great merchant, even though he got bankrupt later. Now it's our amazing part, maybe the current war between Thomas Edison and Tesla. I wouldn't say it's the war between Thomas Edison and Tesla. I would say it's Thomas Edison and Westinghouse, because Tesla was for Westinghouse to develop the alternating current, and the war is between the direct current power and alternating current power. But it is obvious at that time that the alternating power is much better than the direct power, but I don't know why. Like Thomas Edison still put all his focus and his money in the direct power. He really impeded the promotion of the alternating power. Also, he invented electric chair to impede it. And the electric chair used the alternating power. From that, we're gonna know that Thomas Edison's company is able to use the alternating power, but he don't want to use to the public. He just use it to his electric chair, and this chair is used to kill people. So at that time, people kind of believe that alternating power is very dangerous, so that many people, many companies, they didn't use it. However, the trend is there. Thomas Edison was unable to change the trend, so around 10 years, around 8 years after Tesla left him and joined the Westinghouse to develop alternating power at 1892. AC power finally beat the DC power, and Thomas Edison finally left his General Electric company. Actually, he was kicked out because his company is kind of become bankrupt. So J.C. Morgan and another electric company called Thomson Houston, they work together to kind of they work together to save the company and kick Thomas Edison out. So after that, even though General Electric company is kind of set up by Thomas Edison, after 1892, this company had no relationship with Thomas Edison. Thirdly, let's talk about the old age of Thomas Edison. No, I would say that the second paragraph stuff is kind of mostly from the Indian Today and the Britannica, yeah. And for the old age of Thomas Edison, after he left his company, he first invested the Aeron, but become bankrupt. He didn't make any error, but there's another Aeron mine that is in, I remember, it's Minnesota, and his Aeron don't have any price advantage anymore, so he become bankrupt and get a lot of debts. Then he invents the cement, which is concrete, to pay back his debts. There's an interesting fact that he invented the electric car. Oh, I was saying it's not him that he invented it, but he kind of first commercialized it, and the car can be driven for over 100 miles on charge. But that's another interesting that Tesla didn't really develop the electric car, and Thomas Edison get the electric car. So it's very interesting that Tesla is the biggest electric car company of today, but the real Tesla nearly have no relationship with electric car, but his enemy, Thomas Edison, really invented the electric car. In 1910, he showed people the first Sun movie. That may not be very well known, but he did it. However, he made the same mistake in 1929 because he still focused on the old tech, which is the wax cleaner. I really don't know what that is, and and then do the record of the photograph. So he got bankrupt again. So as the last 2 years of his life, he's kind of very, very poor. And 1933, he passed away. And for conclusion, in a word, Edison was always the first one to develop new technologies but he would become very stubborn afterwards and just insist in his old tech, but then follow the trend. I would say, to summary, Edison was a great merchant who developed a lot of inventions that changed the world, even though he made few mistakes. But one flaw can't obscure the splendor of the jade. I would say Thomas was always a good pioneer, but he couldn't be the leader of the following development. And thank you for your attention. Sorry for my frequency, but thank you. I've tried my best.